I remember just saying there's just no way I could never, ever, ever, never bring it to light. I just couldn't. And I remember praying upstairs one time, just asking God, like, I can't do it. There's no way. I just can't. So, but I want it out of my life.
I had been feeling for quite some time that something wasn't right. And, of course, you talk to your spouse, hey, is everything okay? Is something going on with you? At the time, he was drinking a lot more heavily and spending time away, where I started drawing back from that because I did want to get closer to the Lord and get certain things out of my life that I wasn't proud of. And he wasn't there yet. We went back and forth. We shared with our group about the excessive drinking. They prayed with us. Things improved, but there was a lot more going on with him than I was aware of.
I was out of town on a business trip, and I did some stuff that I should not have done, and it's probably been a couple months, 2-3 months, that I came back home. I had another cell phone. And I remember a lot of times going, man, I need to throw this thing away. And I just, for whatever reason, never threw it away.
I'm pretty sure God led me to it because I've been praying, something's not right, Lord. Something's not right. Show me what it is. And I went out to the garage to clean and saw this box of stuff, and I saw the phone, and I was like very curious, and I asked him about the phone, and of course he lied. I just felt uneasy about it for days, and that led to him sharing that, he had been unfaithful, and a lot more behind that he had been dealing with for probably over 20 years and was very good at hiding it.
And so we had community group that evening, and she didn't say anything to me. And after community group, she confronted me and showed me that, she found everything on the phone and asked me to pack up and leave. I was good at wearing like multiple hats. Being like that, the Sunday guy, and kind of sort of like checking the box, and then going to group and, portraying a certain kind of image. And we've had conversations also where she would just ask me, are you the guy that's going to be just the party guy? Is that the life that you want? Or do you want to be a married man?
I did not want to reconcile. It wasn't just once, there's a lot of things throughout our marriage that I was deceived about. And as he was very brutally honest and sharing everything, it just was kind of overwhelming. I think he had moved out for maybe 3 or 4 months, but I do remember, a night of not sleeping, and I was here alone. I went to the kitchen to make breakfast, and I was just talking out loud to God. And I said, God, I do not want to reconcile. And I was immediately convicted. And then I remembered Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane saying, if there's any other way, let this cup pass from me. And we're not here for our happiness. We're here for his holiness. And God can get glory from anything, especially forgiveness, when we can let go of stuff. Our elders came over here and prayed with me. The ladies in the group, they would send me songs, and they would message me first thing in the morning to see how I was before I went to bed at night. They were praying for me all the time. They would meet me for dinner. They're like, if you don't have to stay at home alone, we'll come have dinner with you. And they surrounded us in such an amazing way. You know, sometimes we go through stuff like that, we isolate ourselves because we just don't want to be around anybody. And that's the worst thing we can do, because none of them ever pressured us to get back together. I think they just were there for me and praying for me and made me feel the hands and feet of Jesus giving me a hug through the whole thing. And I'm very confident that without the people in our group and without us staying connected and engaged with community of God's people, we probably wouldn't still be married today. It is hard to share this story, but for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, I'm sure there's hundreds of people going through the exact same thing we went through, but just don't like to say so. So, you know, I will say about 18 months later, our relationship is really, really good.
And there's risk, you know, there's definitely risk with being
honest.
Yeah. Yeah. So if our story can help, I mean, just one couple, it's worth it, you know? Yeah.
He kept saying I'm a new man, you know, when he got saved and baptized. And so I said, well, then I'll marry the new man, but I'm not taking the old man back. And so we renewed our vows, and our elder came and performed the ceremony here. Our small group and our family and everybody that's close to us came, and we got new rings, the whole new thing. It was like brand new relationship. And so far it's the best relationship I've ever been in. So